Hi everyone, welcome to another beautiful episode of Kids Online KO. So today we will be doing our second episode of the 10 Commandments, which is do not worship idols.
You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to worship them. Hey guys, it's me again, Douglas, and today we're on our second video of 10 videos on the 10 Commandments. And the second commandment is about not worshiping idols. Yeah. And so an idol was like if somebody would make a thing, maybe you'd make something out of wood or out of gold or something, and then you'd bow down and worship it like it was your God. And this isn't really a big deal in America, but actually it is kind of sometimes. You might not even really notice it all the times, but sometimes as Christians we don't really think about bowing down to something that we made. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but people do it all the time. And actually too, the Bible is not just talking about a thing that you make with your hands when it says not to bow down to idols. Anything that comes between us and God can count as an idol. And I'll bet there was lots of things in your life, I know there are in my life, that can sometimes take the place of God. For me, the thing that really made me realize this about how sometimes I can let things get in between me and God was, there's this new video game that I got, and it's really fun, okay? It's kind of like paintball, okay? But it's like you shoot these giant paintballs at each other, and it's a video game, it's not real. And you shoot these giant paintballs, and it makes this huge mess all over the stage, and there's different colors and all this stuff, and you can have like different abilities and stuff with the paint, and it's super, super fun. And I love playing this game. Pretty much all my free time I spend playing this game. It is super crazy fun. And I'd play it a lot, and I'd play it a lot, and I'd play it a lot, and it's really fun. I can play with my friends online even. And this year I decided that I wanted to read my Bible and I wanted to pray every single day. I wanted to spend some time with God. And I started noticing that this game, sometimes I'd wake up in the morning and I'd just go play the game for a few minutes before school instead of reading my Bible. Yeah, and then sometimes when I get back from school, I would still forget to read my Bible, but I'd play this game, and I'd just keep playing and playing and playing. And it got really, really bad one day. The day that I realized that this was a big problem was, it was a Sunday morning, and I woke up, and I did not feel like going to church. Okay, I know I've had days like that. I think we've all had days like that where we just don't feel like getting up and going to church. But I wanted to play this game, so I did something bad. It was very bad. What I did was I told my dad that I was sick, and I kind of did the fake coughing or whatever, and I said that I felt like I needed to stay home from church, and my parents trust me, and so they said, yeah, okay, Douglas, you can stay home. We'll see you after church. And so they left, and as soon as they left, I got out of bed and I started playing this game, and I got through like one level, and I realized, what am I doing? I thought about it, and I was like, what am I doing here? What has happened? I've let this game come between me and God. And there's nothing in particularly wrong with this game, right? But I let it come between me and God. This game really became my God, which is not good. That's a bad, bad thing, because this is just a game. Somebody made that thing. It's just a thing somebody made, but I was giving all my devotion, all my time, all my attention to this game. And so what I did actually was, I told my parents, I had to confess to them what I did, and so I got in some trouble for lying to them, but even beyond the punishment that I got from them, what I decided for myself was that I wasn't going to play this game for a whole month. Yeah, and again, it's not a bad game. It's okay, it's fine, but I let it get between me and God, so I decided to take some time away from it. And so whether it's a game, or whether it's a person, or whether it's a group of people, or an activity, anything in our lives that comes between us and God is an idol. And we are not to bow down to these idols. We are not to put anything in the place of God. God is God. And we should not let anything come between us and Him. And another part of this commandment is we really need to be careful about idols, actual idols, things that people made and then they worship as a god. Sometimes we don't even realize we see them. There's like these things. Probably the idol that I see the most is the Buddha. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's this little fat guy and he's got a big smile and they just make him out of stone or clay or something, and he sits in the corner and he's got the big dumb smile. He's like, and he's all tubby on his tummy. That's an idol. Yeah, that's a false god that people are worshiping. And there are other false gods too, other idols out there, and we need to be really careful about them. Not to have them in our homes, and certainly not to pray to them. That can seem kind of crazy. But even having them in your house can be pretty bad. And so my challenge to you guys today is that we would not worship idols, whether it's a real kind of idol where it's like made out of stone or clay or wood, or whether it is something else in our lives that is just anything coming between us and God. Let's not let anything come between us and the God who loves us.
So guys, this is the idol and this is you. And you must always remember that you must not worship idols, okay? You must not worship idols. Bye guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you later. Mwah.